For the last 6 months, I have been feeling a hand caress my calf about once a week. My husband has shaken this off by the fan and blanket, but I had assured him this wasn't the cause. Last week, I heard him walk down a creaky staircase, which I hear every day when he goes to work. No big thing. But it was a holiday, and we were both home. I always check my clock every time he does this, and it was almost 7 a.m. Later that day, I mentioned this occurrence, and he says it wasn't him. 2 days ago, I hear steps going down again, this time at 2 a.m. because I always check my clock. Again, not him. Today he told me that he thought I came into his room around 11 p.m. last night and cuddled him to the point where he shook his left hand and said, "That's enough." He then reached over and felt nothing. This was from the wall side of his room. Neither of us have felt negative energy, if not more of a loving feeling more from this interaction. What could it be? How can we reduce the interactions? We have a toddler. My house was built in the 1940s, only one previous owner, and in Kentucky. When I was younger, my grandpa used to tell me stories that happened to him when he used to live in Arizona, but this one stuck with me and affected me personally. His old house, which now is one of the family's properties, is Victorian and has 3 stories, a third one being an attic. His old place is located in a small, quiet suburb with mid-cost houses. Neighbors are friendly, and all the nothing weird ever seems to happen. He used to tell me that one night he woke up because of screeching of an animal in pain that was coming from his front yard. He got his old camera and started to film. When he got out to see exactly the source of the sound, he said he saw a very bright green light that was coming from behind the trees. He ran back to his home and rewatched the tape. Turns out, the camera did not capture anything. Anyways, the story is scary on its own. But here's the catch. Last summer, me and my fam went to his house to spend a week there. We really enjoyed the countryside and the quietness of it. One of those nights, me and my sister were talking, and we hear a really loud engine sound like a helicopter flew right above our head. We looked out our window and saw the same green light that my grandpa described. Next day, when we woke up after breakfast, me and my sister had a walk into the forest to check if there was anything out there. After like 5 minutes, we walk our way back to the house, and on our front porch we see 2 men dressed with black heavy clothes, a hat and sunglasses, I think, ringing the doorbell of our home. Me and my sister got back in from the backyard door, and when we asked my mom for info on what they wanted, she told us that they are investigating a case and wanted to know if she knows anything. So, this is not my story. It's actually my mom's. For context, whether you believe in ghosts or not, I can tell you from my experience that weird shit was going on in my childhood home. If anyone's interested, I could tell some of my many stories from it. So this was probably 18 years ago or so. My dad used to work at a pest control company, and my mom stayed home looking after me and my younger brother. One day while we were at school, my mom was home alone when she heard the back door open. My dad always parked in the back and came through the back door. She got up to greet him, wondering why he was home so early. He immediately walked by her as if she didn't exist. She followed him, asking him what was wrong. He stopped at the bottom of the stairs and stared at her, not saying a word. She continued to ask him what was going on, but again he didn't answer. He climbed the stairs and she heard the bathroom door shut. She was confused, went into the kitchen to clean or do dishes or something when her phone started to ring. She checked it, seeing it was my dad calling. Why is he calling me from upstairs? but she assumed it was to apologize for whatever was going on with him, only for him to tell her he wasn't too busy that day, so he was on his way home. She immediately ran upstairs and checked all the rooms, only for nobody to be there. She was home alone. This has always scared me to the core. I heard a similar story a while ago on YouTube. I can't remember exactly, but it reminded me of this story. Anyone experienced anything like this? Either way, very creepy. I'll make my encounter quick and humorous. The other day, my friend told me, "Hey, something weird happened here. Can you come and stay the day alone while I'm at work far away?" I said, "Yes, I have nothing better to do." So I packed my bag and off I went. All morning passed and nothing so far. I worked out a bit, so showered next. I'm in the shower, and the bedroom door opens and slams shut twice. I know it was closed because I made sure of it myself. As I sat in the living room earlier waiting, I said, "Hey sis, you back early? Give me a second and I'll be out." No response. I change and I walk out. Nothing but to find the bedroom door open. I said out loud, "Oh hey Satan, you come to play? Little slammed doors won't scare me away." I'll use a simple technique. I turn off the lights, close the curtains, light a candle, and say, come out and play." I went around the house saying things like, "You like the dark? I'm in your cave. Oh, show yourself and blow me away." Funny thing, I arrived at the bathroom. Inside, I stared. I started to choke away. My God, little Satan. Very cruel joke. It seems he wants to play, bend me over, and put me on my knees. Maybe he wants me dead. As I laughed, and I touched my throat with my left hand, with my right shaking. I reached in my pocket for holy water, and I also sprayed away. He let go and ran away. No time to cook and make a meal. I feel so much energy to rid this house of bad juju shit. This home is now mine, so Satan shoo away. When performing a cleaning of a home, expect the unexpected. To be ready and don't run away. I'll keep this experience short in writing and try to explain it the best I can. I was hanging out in my room alone watching TV. Something on the side of my view caught my attention. I noticed a head figure slowly coming out of the mirror that I have in the hallway. That moment I felt time slow down. Everything felt almost in slow motion. I forgot about the TV and everything else. I feel an adrenaline rush, sweating, nervous, my heart beating fast, hair standing up on my arms, neck. I feel frozen. Room feels cold. Time has slowed down. I feel my mind and my body is preparing me for something there is no way out of. I feel trapped. In this moment, all of my senses are intensified and focused, that I truly feel afraid that I must face this moment or pass out, whichever comes first. I feel a presence of something evil is among me, and now it has fully manifested itself, and it's standing right there in my hallway. I can see it in the corner of my eye. From the moment I spotted her head coming out of the mirror, I watched her fully come out of the mirror from shoulders, legs to her whole body, beginning to end, and it's all happening in my peripheral vision. Again, I am frozen with fear. I'm looking straight. I can see it on my side view. That is a lady in a white dress coming out of the mirror. Somehow, through the fear, I managed to slowly start turning my head to see this human figure in my hallway. I can't help it. I see a lady dressed in white standing in my hallway. I feel an energy or atmosphere in the air that is evil, dark, alone and cornered in my room. There's nothing I can do. My arms and body are lightly shaking. My eyes focused on her legs or so. When I start moving up as I make eye contact with this lady, she is already staring at me. I feel has been since she got out of the mirror. We lock eyes and she tilts her head. I let out a scream of terror and a fuck that follows, while also jumping backwards, petrified. I can't move. In a second, as I blink, it's gone. Left there in my room frozen, scared, and in disbelief. All I can think is, what the fuck? I need to get out of here. I have had my share of living in haunted houses and have lived through all that comes with them. Somewhat felt like a residual, intelligent haunting in some experiences, rarely even demonic at times. This was in a whole different ballpark. It takes me a few seconds or so to catch my breath and snap out of this frozen state I'm in. I get my mind back to normal as I slowly relax. I get up, walk around contemplating whether I should leave or not. Everything feels normal again. The energy or presence of this lady is gone, and I feel okay other than being scared half to death. Plus, where can I go? This was my home at the time. This moment probably lasted 30 seconds to a minute. I felt like forever at the time I was experiencing it. This event tormented me mentally for a few months, questioning my own sanity at times. FYI, I don't consume alcohol or do any drugs. I was sober. It's been a year or so since this even happened. I have a few more experiences that have happened to me in my life, but this one is easily in the top 3. When I have time, I will share them. Thanks for reading. Was this a ghost, a lost soul, demon, portal haunting? I might edit this if I feel I can explain it better.
Behind redemption, honesty is a one-way gate to